the retrospective amendments in the tax laws which were posed in the budget, for which the government faced a lot of flack for. ET now learns that it could tomorrow be D-Day for the government's review petition filed in the Vodafone tax case. Let's get in Ashwin Mohan, who joins in live from our Mumbai newsroom to give us more details on the same. Ashwin, clear the air for us and tell us what could be the strategies of both the parties in light of the unexpected changes in the budget.
Well, Avan, let's get one thing clear for starters. Unless and until this finance bill becomes an act, the Supreme Court ruling, which ruled in favor of Vodafone, will still be in effect. So in a sense, unless this is approved by the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, and it gets the go-ahead from the President and it becomes an act, unless all these three things happen, that earlier Supreme Court ruling in favor of Vodafone will still be in power, and therefore that means that the hands of both the Income Tax Department as well as Vodafone are tied down. But what we understand from sources is that the review petition which the government had filed against that earlier ruling of January, wherein they were asking the Supreme Court to reconsider the entire case based on some fresh arguments which they believe were missed out, that review petition is in fact likely to come up for hearing tomorrow at the Supreme Court, and that will be quite interesting because the Supreme Court, of course, as we all know, has the option of rejecting that review petition. Another thing to be kept in mind is that the Vodafone ruling was passed on January 20th, and today is March 20th. According to the earlier order, within a 2-month time frame, the Income Tax Department was asked to refund 2,500 crore rupees to Vodafone. What happens to that? I understand that the Income Tax Department is also likely to seek a direction or a clarity from the Supreme Court. Now, remember, all these things are happening because of the unexpected changes that have taken place in the budget. But keep in mind that as we speak, that earlier order still holds a water. So therefore, it will be interesting to see how the Supreme Court responds to the review petition and how they treat that 2,500 crore refund, for which, of course, the deadline ends tomorrow. And let's hear out a very defiant finance secretary who spoke to ET now earlier on why this entire rationale behind the unexpected changes to the budget were not unexpected, but in fact just a mere clarification of the laws which were stated earlier.
There is clear certainty that such transactions are susceptible to taxation. Such a transaction is not an issue of double taxation. If it were an issue of double taxation and certain companies were being adversely impacted, then yes, government would need to look into the matter. But this is a transaction of no taxation anywhere in the world. Is this what is the desirable point?